Welcome back to the channel Gadgets for Gentlemen. In today's video I'm going to unbox a beautiful watch from one of my friends. Today I am wearing one of my favorite watches, the Omega Seamaster Diver 300. I removed the original metal bracelet and put it on a NATO strap because this way it's just a bit lighter to wear it, and also it doesn't scratch as much on the metal bracelet. So in today's video we have the brand new Tudor Black Bay 41. I believe this watch was first announced in March together with the Black Bay 54 and the brand new GMT. For me, I always wanted to purchase the Tudor Black Bay 58 in blue on the fabric strap. I'll put a photo in here. But when I saw the launch of the 54, or the announcement of the 54 and the 41, the brand new 41, I was really drawn to this watch. I saw the 41 in Fuerteventura on a rubber strap. I made a video, you can see it in the archives, but I haven't seen it on the Jubilee bracelet yet. So here we go, the 41 on the Jubilee bracelet. So that is the outer box, and here we have the inner box. So this watch can still be pretty tough to find because of availability is still an issue. So my friend was quite lucky to be able to purchase this watch because it's not always in stock with jewelers. So here we have it up close. As you can see, quite a nice box. There's some warranty papers, and here we have it on the Jubilee bracelet. This must be the tag with the reference number. So this is the reference number. The brand new 41 comes on 3 different strap options. There is the rubber strap variant with the T-fit mechanism. There is the oyster style bracelet with faux rivets. Right here we have the version which is called the 5-link metal bracelet, also known as the Jubilee bracelet with the T-fit system. So all 3 of the strap options, they come with the brand new T-fit system, which is perfect for quick adjustments in the strap or metal bracelet. So here we have a closer look. We can see the Tudor shield, and we have quite a nice clasp. I think the clasp, it looks shorter than the Tudor Pelagos 39 that I saw recently. It looks a bit shorter, which is perfect for smaller wrists. However, it is a bit longer, I think, than the Tudor Black Bay 58 on the oyster style bracelet. So let's remove this watch from the watch pouch. And here, as you can see, very solid parts. And here we have the ceramic ball pins again. Very, very nice. So here we have it up close. What we have here is a black dial with some beautiful gilt accents, a very beautiful color of red on the bezel insert, and as you can see, the bezel itself is quite grippy. We have a little dome on the sapphire, just ever so slightly, not as big as the one on the Tudor Black Bay 58, which is much more domed. I think it's double domed. This one is more subtle, and this watch is a no date version, so the dial is super symmetric, as you can see, and we have quite a prominent crown with quite some structure to the crown, the knurling. It looks very easy to operate, and we have the Tudor rose engraved on the crown. A beautiful structure, combination of polish and brushed parts. And as you can see, those in that case, it curves down beautifully. And also the bracelet, it just goes down straight from the case to your wrist, which makes wearing this watch, I think, a bit more compact than the dimensions that are stated, namely 41. I will measure it for you. And here we have a look at the Jubilee bracelet. that I think goes from 20 between the lugs, tapers down quite a bit to the clasp that you can see right here. And here also we can have a look at that T-fit system. Case back, as we know, it's screwed down. There's not a whole lot of decorations. And here we can see those links. Removing the links can be done with a screwdriver. So you can find a nice fit. And then when you have it on the wrist, you can use the T-fit system that we have right here to find a fit that suits your wrist. Also during the day, you can adjust it ever so slightly. And as you can see, there is quite some positions where you can adjust the fit. To enable the T-fit, what you do is you pull the bracelet like so. And when you pull it, you can slide the mechanism. As you can see, there is about 5 positions, as I can see in the T-fit, which you can use to micro adjust your fit. So you pull the bracelet and then you can slide it and let go of the bracelet, and it's in a different position. So no more spring bar tool needed, just pulling the bracelet a bit and finding a secure fit. So that is the bracelet. I very much like the clasp. It reminds me so much of the Rolex Submariner. It just looks very nice. So what we have here is we have a METAS certified Swiss watch movement with a power reserve of 70 hours. I think we're dealing here with a frequency of 28,800 beats per hour. What I notice, it's just a fraction thicker compared to the Tudor Black Bay 58, and I think thickness might be quite similar to my Omega Seamaster Diver 300. What I can tell already is I think when we look at that bracelet, this watch will wear a bit more comfortable on smaller wrists compared to the Seamaster, because the bracelet tapers down to the clasp, while the Seamaster is 20 mil and going straight to the clasp at 20 mil. This one seems to lose quite some weight by that taper and also that 5-link bracelet. I think it's a bit more flexible and lighter weight than the Seamaster. Now let's have a closer look at the dimensions. One more thing about the movement, the METAS certified watch movement. The beauty of this movement is the regulation of the movement results in the fact that you only have maximum, I think, 5 seconds a day, which means you're never gonna lose time. It's not gonna be minus, which could be the case with many watches. So you'll never be late on your appointments because it's not within boundaries to have a minus. So it's only a plus. I'll put the accuracy in here about the movement. And now let's have a closer look at the dimensions. I'm carefully going to use this caliper and try to give you some dimensions and see how they compare to those dimensions mentioned on the website. So first of all, I'm going to start with the thickness. So I'm going to the underside of the case. I'm using plastic on the calipers not to scratch the beautiful watch. And then I'm going to measure the top of the crystal. So from tip to tip, I get about 13.6 millimeters. I think at the lugs, we're dealing with a 21 millimeters lug width. I think that's the case. And we taper down to this point at only about 15.7 millimeters. So we have quite a drastic taper from 21 to 16. And then the buckle itself is about 18 millimeters wide. So these are some very comfortable dimensions. I think personally it would have been even better if it was 20 mil, for example, for your NATO straps, rubber straps. It's just easier, but then again, with this metal bracelet, probably you're not gonna change it out, swap it out, because it's just so great. Lug to lug, I get about 48.7 millimeters. I think any lug to lug below 50 millimeters is preferred. 48 is perfect, and this is 48.7. I think it's quite a nice dimension. Now let's try and measure the case diameter, which should be 41 mil. So let's have a closer look. When I measure the bezel itself, the teeth of the bezel, I get about 40 mil. I measure about 40.4, so I'm not really sure why it's called a 41. But then again, I'm not 100% sure if I measure it correctly. But as you can see, I measure about 40.5, which I think is perfect. Let me also throw it on a scale. My friend, he removed 4 links, as you can see, to suit his wrist. These are the extra links. So 4 links are removed, resulting in this configuration. And on the scale, in this configuration, it measures 149 grams. So those were the dimensions, and I'm pleasantly surprised by these dimensions, seeing those play out in the flesh. Now let me throw it on my 6.3 inches wrist. Here I have the Omega on the wrist, and let's just see how this one wears on my small wrist. Let's open the clasp. Very secure, as you can see. It reads Tudor on the clasp. And let's throw it on the wrist. There we have it. A very secure sounding click on the bracelet. Let me know in the comment section what you think of the fit. What I notice is it does seem to fit on the wrist from the one part of the lug to the other side. It does fit, and I think it looks very nice. And in terms of weight also, this feels quite nice. It's not too heavy or anything. Also, I would like to see it side by side with a 54 and also of course with the 58. But I think definitely with my 6.3 inches wrist, this watch looks very, very nice, as you can see right here. And here we have a bit of an overview of how it wears on the wrist. I will also do a comparison video with the Seamaster to show you how these watches compare also in terms of dimensions, in terms of weight and wearability. So that is the Tudor Black Bay, the brand new 41 on the Jubilee bracelet, which I think looks fantastic. And with that T-fit, I think Tudor kind of resolved one issue in the Black Bay lineup, which is the lack of micro adjustments. With the 58, only 3 micro adjustments. And you need a spring bar too. There's no quick adjustment option, unlike what we see with the Omega, for example, that has the on-the-fly adjustments. This kind of system is not available in the 58, and also, of course, the Rolex Glide Lock is just a perfect system. And that is something that we haven't seen in most of the Tudor Black Bay watches until now. Now with the 41 and the 58, we have the T-fit, which we also saw in the Tudor Pelagos 39. I think it's a fantastic system for easy on-the-fly adjustments. And now I think with the 41, I think just Tudor is ticking so many boxes with that MEDAS certified movement, very iconic red bezel. And come to think of it, I think we didn't do some bezel action yet. So let's have a closer look at that bezel. And as you can see, that looks quite nice. And also it's refreshing to see that this bezel is properly aligned. I've seen some Tudor Black Bays in the past with some poor alignment. That is just sad, because it's such a great watch. And for a dive watch, I think it's so crucial to have proper alignments. Very nice bezel, easy to grip. I think it's a bit easier than my Omega, but more on that in a future video. I also really like these first 15 minutes on the bezel, those metrics that you cannot find in the 54. I think this makes the 41 a bit more sportive. I just like it. And here one more time the bezel of the Omega. Very nice, but I think with this teeth of the Tudor it's even easier to operate the bezel. So that was my quick unboxing of the Tudor Black Bay 41 of my friend. I hope this video was helpful for you. Let me know what you think of this particular watch, and if you prefer it on the beautiful Jubilee bracelet with the brand new Tudor with a brand new T-fit, or whether you prefer the oyster style bracelet or the rubber strap. Let me know in the comment section, and stay tuned for an updated video comparing the brand new Tudor 41 to the Omega Seamaster Diver 300. Thank you for watching, have a great day, and see you soon.